Hello, welcome to another video, PetrolBlog video. Look, we're on a track, and there's some tat there. Look, if that was a Citroen H van, that'd be worth a fortune. Unfortunately, it's not. We're here today to talk about this. Look, I now own quite a fair percentage of the UK stock of Renault Safranes. Apologies, the gimbal's not playing ball, so it might be a bit unsteady, but I don't think you'll care when you see what's in front of you. I'm not talking about a lame beige, I'm talking about this. This is the result of one of those emails that comes into PetrolBlog now and again. The kind of emails that, again, like catnip to a cat, saying, I've got a Renault Safrane, I need to find a new home for it. Do you know anybody? Long story short, here it is, outside PetrolBlog HQ. This is can I say as dumped? I don't mean that. I mean that in the nicest possible way. This is as delivered. Let's put it that way on Thursday. Today is Saturday. It's rained ever since. So you're just as much part of this journey as I am. You're very much invested in this project right now. I don't know what have I said so far? Basically, there's a chap called Rob Williams in Wembley. It's another London Safrane, so memories of the other Safrane, although this one wouldn't be driving down before Christmas. There's a lot more work to be done on this one. Rob Williams emailed me and said, I've got a Safrane, I need to find a new home for it. It used to belong to my dad. I've seen your video on the black Safrane, and I like the fact that you like Safranes. So would you know anybody that would like to take it on as a project? Because it's too good to scrap. I've heard that before. Too good to scrap. That's where basically, if anything described as too good to scrap, they end up here at PBHQ. So a big thank you to Rob for trusting me with which was his father's Safrane, but actually it's his Safrane. And to save you looking at the MOT history, this was last on the road in 2008. So this has been sat outside in Wembley, not at Wembley Stadium, that would be silly, but in the town or the area of Wembley, North London, for 12 years. So it hasn't been started for 12 years. So it was winched on to the low loader, winched off the low loader. Amazingly, the brakes weren't seized, which is a good thing. There was no air in the tyres, so I don't know how long the air is going to stay in these tyres. But a small part of me really wanted a pre-facelift Safrane. As much as I adore my £200 Safrane, I do like the look of the Mark 1 Safrane. Now, one of the other reasons I wanted this is because this is an executive model. And the executive model on the pre-facelift model was more lavishly equipped. You have more toys on the executive model back before the pre-facelift. It's lost its executive badge here, look. But it is a 2.2 VI, which the 2.2 engine, which is an old Renault engine, was dropped for the facelift. So this is something different to mine. You'll notice that there's it's got Clio bonnet syndrome or Zara roof syndrome, in the fact that the bonnet has seen better days. But if you come down here amongst the stinging nettles, you'll see that this is a 2.2 VI executive. So that means you get more toys. I've done nothing to this car. So this is pretty much, as I've said already, I'm repeating myself, as always happens on these videos, which is why they end up half an hour long. This is as delivered. First time I saw this car was on Thursday when a good guy called Pete, who I'd recommend, delivered this car from Wembley. Can I just say, look, original Man Edgerton Southampton number plate on the back, an original another Man Edgerton car sticker on the back window. Little things like that mean a lot. Not so keen on the Monty Don array of moss. I'm going to call this car Kate, after Kate Moss, because there is a lot of moss on this Safrane. So we should see if the wiper actually prizes off from the windscreen. It does. There's 12 years of detritus, there's that word again. You'll notice actually it's almost a Safrane, because the E has seen better days. So I think, why don't we go through this car together, you and me, to see how glorious this thing is, because as I said in the last video, I needed a pick-me-up, and talking to Rob Williams, about various things, including French cars, and this car arriving has cheered me up no end. I can't tell you how happy I am to have this car. My wife might not be sharing that opinion. I think she said, you need to clean that car because it looks like Cousin Eddie has arrived for tea. Because, you know, yeah, you can see why she would say that, because it hasn't been cleaned in 12 years. But the next video, the exciting next video, will be post-wash. So I'll be getting the 2 buckets out and doing another one of those post-wash videos. This is going to be one take. I apologise if it's jerking around. That's a terrible expression. I apologise if it's vibrating. That's even worse. I apologise if the camera's not very steady. Okay, let's go through the keyhole. Let's go into the pleasure dome that is the Renault Safrane. I only got one key, just the one key. It's unlocked because, let's face it, nobody around here is going to be running off with this. I think we are free of viruses because this has been in lockdown for 12 years. What does strike me immediately is it's got an original set of Safrane mats, which, you know, that sort of thing pleases me immensely. Oh, it's got a cigarette there, a French cigarette, obviously. It does smell a little bit in here, not as bad as you'd think. And it's not damp, so there is a chance that sunroof doesn't leak. It's dry in here, so the Wembley rain is obviously drier than the Devon rain. We have the stuff in the. We've got an Ibis hotel book. I know this has been to France on numerous occasions, so we can go to the Ibis. I have some batteries in here, which isn't exciting in the slightest, and a receipt. In 2007, 27th of... Oh, this is Esso Luxembourg. This car has been to Luxembourg. That's really exciting. It's actually raining. It's going to get wet. You can't really see that because the camera's not doing its job, but this car has been to Esso Luxembourg in August 2007, one of its last drives. And Rob Williams, who is a top guy, and I owe him many beers, and I'll be sponsoring his Le Jog cycle ride when he does it. Rob Williams assured me that it was running perfectly when it was put into lockdown. Let's jump in. Right. Oh, the seats are in a very high position. I need to put this down. And do you know what? That's it. They are going down slowly. Okay, we are now inside the lockdown Safrane. I'll need to put the key in ignition then, but that would be pointless. Well, actually, let's just put the key in ignition and just yeah, there we go. Just to prove it. What's really exciting is it has got the onboard computer and the voice control, so that's exciting. Cruise control, not cruise control. Well, it has got cruise control. Climate control. No idea if any of this works. Radio. It should have the CD player in the boot. Look, it's the Blaupunkt, so it should have the CD player in the boot. Hasn't got the synthesizer, which is a bit of a shame. Another automatic, which, as anyone knows, French cars, well, Renaults in particular, will know that that's not necessarily a good thing. But we'll see. It's actually got the same sort of wear on here as mine's got. I think it's on 121,000, so it's on slightly less miles than mine. Oh, I just noticed it's got a big windscreen problems. Although that's not the original windscreen, but it has got a big crack in the windscreen, which I hadn't noticed. It has got a phone holder up here. I better tell you what, I will check. Has it got the stickiness? Has it got the famous? No, look, that's not sticky. There is a bike tyre in here. Yeah. This door. Yeah, it's got the famous stickiness. Oh, it's horrid. Don't like that at all. Little bit of weird stuff there. What's this? An old car park ticket, which is so far gone it's faded. Old Tats disc holders, an old Tats disc holder, and old Tats discs. There you go, 2008, when it was last on the road. These go back to 2004 by the looks of it. So a bit of history with the car. Not much history, although I think Rob is sending some stuff down through the post because he forgot to put it in before the car was collected. We have another car park ticket here. Again, a French one. 21st of August 2007. €1. So this is the well-travelled Safrane. Sunroof, as I said, doesn't leak. There's no sign of any leaks down here. Weirdly, the rear headrests are in the front. Don't know quite why they're in here. Is there anything in here? Yeah, conkers. A little tray for coins and stuff and pens. That's exciting. Are you excited as I am? Because I am excited. This is my happy place. This is my happy place as well, because I've got to clear all this out at some point. I mean, I reckon there's organisms growing in here. There's a small forest of animals growing in here. It looks like someone's put something underneath the windscreen wiper, advertising a pizza takeaway. Don't think I'll be using that voucher anytime soon. Let's go into the back. Look at that. I mean, talk about blank canvas. Talk about exciting. Oh, the door doesn't really want to shut. Let's go into the back. Maybe we won't go in the back. Hang on. Nope. We're not going in the back. It looks like it's unlocked. Oh, that's very loose. There's one of the things to put on the list of to-dos. Unless I turn it into a 2-door Safrane. That's not going to be opening anytime soon. Let's go and try... Oh, there's some oil down there. That's an ominous sign. Let's not worry about that right now. Let's try this door. Oh dear. Oh dear. See, this is the difference between a £200 Safrane and a beer money Safrane. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because the Safrane was too easy. The other Safrane was too easy. We need something a bit more challenging. And we are basically the unofficial Safrane Owners Club now. That's not going to open, is it? No, we're not going through that keyhole today. But this one opens, look, so we can use the front doors and maybe the small children can climb over the back. Quite sure what this is. More Safrane mats, green. Green, are they original green mats? Well, they were original because they're Safrane mats, but I just wondered if you could get other colours other than green. Boarding card for See France. I love the Frenchness of this car. I love the fact that it's been to France on numerous occasions. Not so keen on the mould over there. Oh, this one hasn't got the map holder that I've got on the side, which is a bit odd. So we can't get in the... Is this boring? For me, this is brilliant. Should we try and get in the boot? See what untold riches are in the boot. It opens, which is... Yeah, it opens. Okay, so we have... Should I be worried? There's coolant over there. And travel wipes. Less worried about travel wipes. Blaupunk CD player, which obviously we won't be able to find out what CDs are in there because the battery's not connected. I'm not sure what that is. That's a funnel. Sainsbury's bag, black bag. Waitrose, Billericay. Waitrose, Billericay. The Independent. When was that? 17th of April 2006. This is a, you know those horrible things that they say, a time warp car? This is a genuine time warp car. Oh look. Another, was that a car park ticket from a cafe or some sort of receipt from a cafe in France? More French, more Frenchness, which is always good. A newspaper. Made from August 2006. Pens. I could have a little car boot sale. There's a spare wheel there, and actually the spare tyre looks, from this day, from here, mint. I will get that open at some point. There's a jack. Hello, Jack. Jack Tatty. More wet wipes. I'm not going to go down that avenue. But again, project. Look at it. This is so cool. This is so cool, and I couldn't be happier right now. Just walking around a car that's in need of work. So this is it. My my Mark 1 Safrane, my next project. What's next? Well, if I don't wash it within 24 hours, I will be divorced. This was a, let's just say my wife's not as keen on this one as she is the black one. But I already I love it. So yeah, we're going to wash this. So make a note. Oh, I just noticed. Well, I haven't just noticed. I did notice this before, but I forgot to mention it. It has missing indicator. And this is very grey, and it's going to be very black very soon. More evidence of Kate. We could say Pat, couldn't you, for a more car or Pat Moss. Can we name 5 famous Mosses? Pat, Kate. Wasn't there a Moss guy in Culture Club? I'm sure the drummer was called Moss. Who else? Moss Car Security, and of course Sterling Moss. Yeah, so how could I forget Sir Sterling Moss? How could I also forget? It's missing its badge. But please don't tell my wife. But I think that's the same badge. So at some point I might have to donate for the greater good. For the French president might need a new badge. Not the original number plate, but it is period. It is pre-2001 font, so that's positive. I can't wait to get started on this, and nor can my wife. So that's it. That's I hope that wasn't too bad. It was one take and it was done without a gimbal. So I apologise if it's really terrible. But hey, we're back. We're back, and we have more French tat, and it's looking more tat than French at the moment. But that's great. Many thanks to Rob. Rob, you're a legend. I owe you a beer, French beer obviously, or two. Thanks for watching. Stay safe.